G'day everybody, I'm starting to look bullish again despite having short trades open. Let me explain to you why and how it's very simple to spot this stuff. Okay, first of all, we've been having some good chats in, I think how good's that for a rig? Having some good chats this week in Discord, looking at Ethereum, where it's sitting, looking at the market and its structure, obviously looking at trades, looking at, shorts, has been the predominant play this week in the market. Some really good shorts, some really good trades. And it's been relatively slow, but the last sort of 24 to 48 hours, there's been a few really nice trades available. As you can see, there's been some profits in there as well. So well done. It's been pretty good. So here's one of the shorts from earlier this week. I've just got the wrong list here. So this short in here, again, just a cradle off an old support level. Simple stuff, horizontal levels, trend, moving averages, convergence. That's all it is. It's really simple stuff. Same here. ICP might have hit 1-to-1 on this one. Jasmy, a nice move out of Jasmy. You'll see here as well. It's got 1-to-1. Sonic there as well. I mean, there was so many to choose from. And some nice profits there as well. There's also, I got short in IDEX before, only a small position because it's not a huge amount of liquidity on a breakout just here running through this region here. But I think that we might see a strong week next week. And here is why. So, yeah, I might be short. Why am I short if I think the market might go higher? Because I trade what I see. Not what I think. What I think doesn't matter. I trade what I see, and there've been short options available to me this week, so I'm happy to trade them. Yep, it's as simple as that. By the way, here's a little one for you as well to keep an eye on. How's this for a beautiful trend? I'm stalking along here. Anyway, so a couple of things to point out. Let's jump now back to these higher timeframes, the 8-hour, and I'll also go to the daily here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as you can see, it's come back to this. Here it is again. An old support level, an old resistance level. So acting as support, tested it once, big bounce. We're back at it again. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see it go down and then back up because we often see those spikes around these regions. But for the time being, I'm reading not just Bitcoin, but what the greater market's showing me. We're down on this support. Now, Bitcoin, it has set a lower high and a lower low. So that's Bitcoin. But I want to show you something that I've noticed as well. Look at Ethereum. The potential for a higher low. Now, I spoke of this exact same thing, exact same over here. Okay, now that was the point that I spoke about last time. I said if we break up through this level here, we'll have a higher low and a higher high, and we had a blistering run. As a matter of fact, from that point that I did tell everybody about, we were up 30% from there. I'm seeing the same sort of structure happening here. As you can see, there was a lower high, lower low. Then we got a higher low. Then we ran. Well, we've had a couple of lower highs. Now we've got the potential for this higher low here on Ethereum. Now, for this to push back into an uptrend, we need to break up through there. Let's see if that coincides with a couple of things. Well, let's have a look down here on the 2-day, because look where we're back to. Check it out. This was again, I've been talking about this for a few weeks now. This region right here, pulling back into those old highs. Look at the rejection straight off of that level. The 4,100 mark or thereabouts was the first test. It held, it moved, it got towards 4,000, a bullish candle. If we break up through the high of that bullish candle, this is a 2-day trend that is very, very valid and very, very tasty. We break up through that, this point here, we get ourselves an uptrend on the 12-hour, we get it on the 8-hour, we get a continuation on the 2-day. That is Ethereum, our second biggest player in the total market cap. Have a look at Binance. Again, it's not in a downtrend. Have a look at Cardano, the potential for a higher low. Break up through here, we have a higher high coinciding as well with the break up of the daily time frame as well. Confluence indeed. Doge, higher low, we break here, we get a higher high. Solana, higher low, break here, we get a higher high. XRP, higher low potential, break here, we get a higher high, so on and so forth. Meaning we've got a lot of the big market cap players looking at the first phase of a turnaround, the first phase of a reversal of trend has begun. Now, you can call it whatever you want. Call it a dog's breakfast for all I care. The fact of the matter is until we get it breaking up through here, we will not have ourselves with a higher low and a higher high. And what does that mean? It means we won't have ourselves an uptrend. At this point, as it breaks up through here, I don't care what you call it. Like I said, the sooner you stop thinking about head and shoulders, double tops, double bottoms, forget about the names. Understand that it's just a simple reversal of trend. Okay, that's it. Once we get that trend, we've got a lot going for us. Now look at the total market cap as well. The potential for a higher low break up through here. We have a higher high. We put back into an 8-hour uptrend and the momentum shifts back to the bulls yet again. Go to others as well. Others is even stronger. So others is everything outside of the top 10. The potential for a higher low, push up through here. We get a higher high. We're back in an uptrend. This could be well, I'm not going to hype this up because there's no need to, and I don't like to do that sort of stuff. The reality is if we can get ourselves back into an uptrend on Ethereum and a lot of the market is going to be in agreement, and I don't care if Bitcoin's not. I do not care if Bitcoin is not in agreement with others, with Total, with Ethereum, with AVAX, with Solana, with da-da-da-da-da. Don't care because I'm here for the alt run now. We want to see this alt run move. Bitcoin's done its part. It could definitely move higher, and I believe it will move higher, but it's the alts we want to see pump. As a trader, I trade when I get opportunity and I get trends, and that is what I'm looking for. Right now, my shorts are on because we had downtrends. There's some good profits that are there as well. I'm now looking ahead to see what does next week potentially bring. We got the potential for a reversal back to uptrends. Keep it simple, guys. I've just showed you horizontal support and resistance. I've showed you higher lows and higher highs, or lower highs and lower lows. I've shown you some very simple stuff that can transform your trading. You start to combine this stuff together, put it into a checklist type system, which I do have one of those, and it becomes very, very powerful. That's what I'm watching out for. Whilst I am short the market, I am looking out to see if we are going to get this new push to an uptrend. And if we do get that, well, it's going to be some good times ahead. If you want to find out more and be on next week's newsletter, it's out on Tuesday. Just hit the link in my bio and you have yourself a magnificent weekend. Take care. Bye for now.